Railway spirits. Liza is the second child of her parents. She had an elder sister and a younger sister. Liza's family lived in a quiet house next to the rail line. Next to their house was only a house where a neighbor of the Lizas lived. And besides, there were no other kinds of homesteads around their house. Therefore, the possibility of thieves and robbers coming to their house at night is very high. And that's why they didn't go out of the house even at night. And the reputation of that rail line was quite bad. Many have seen a woman dressed in white walking on the rail line at night, but none of Liza's family saw all this. Liza's father ran the business of renting out loudspeakers or mics in the village market. At various events in the village, people used to hire mics from Liza's father's shop. His mic business was doing pretty well. That day was Thursday. Liza's father was drinking tea in the evening. At that time, his mobile phone rang. He picked up the mobile and saw a call from an unknown number. He answered the phone. "Hello, who is saying that?" "I am Rahmatullah. Do you rent speakers for a religious assembly?" "Yes, I pay rent for the speakers." "Which village will you go to?" "There will be a religious assembly tomorrow night. I need 6 speakers by tomorrow afternoon." "Okay, no problem. I will send 6 speakers tomorrow before afternoon." "And yes, but you have to take the speakers tomorrow night after the religious assembly. There are a lot of thieves in the area these days. We cannot take responsibility for your speakers." "Okay, you don't have to worry about it." Liza's father got a bit worried after hanging up the phone. Due to the speakers needing to be returned tomorrow night, he cannot stay at home that night, so he was worried about his house. The next day after lunch, Liza's father said to Liza's mother, "Look, it may be dawn or morning when I return home tonight. At night, you close the windows and doors of the house very well." From that evening, Liza was afraid of unknown matter. It was pitch dark all around since evening. The night seemed to be the darkest ever. In the meantime, Liza's younger sister was rocking her mother to sleep. Now Liza's mother arranged food for her 3 daughters. After eating and drinking, Liza's younger sister and her mother went to sleep. Liza's elder sister went to her room. Now Liza sat alone and started watching TV. Suddenly, after some time, she heard a person running outside their house. She was a little scared. Now the same running sound was heard from the roof of their house. Frightened, Liza turned off the TV, went to her mother's side, and lay down. That night, the calls of foxes and dogs were heard a little too much. Liza lay down with his eyes closed in fear, and so she fell asleep for a while. It was around 2 o'clock in the night. Liza woke up to the sound of the door knocking. Liza woke up quickly and thought that her father had come. And at the same time, she wondered why her mother had not yet woken up. Immediately she felt that her mother was tired after working all day, so she was in a deep sleep. So she decided to go and open the door herself. A knock rang at the house's main door again just then. She quickly moved towards the door. As she approached the door, she remembered a warning from her father. "Do not open the door without my voice." And of course, peeped through the security hole in the door to see the man outside. Now Liza looked at the security hole of the door and was immediately surprised. There is no one on the other side of the door. Liza was very scared now. Just then, there was another knock at the door. Liza was quite shocked. An invisible force forced her to keep her eyes on the security hole of the door again. Now her eyes went straight to the rail line. A man is standing on the railway line in the darkness. Suddenly, the man with the railway line started coming towards the door of Liza's house. Liza kept shaking there with fear. Liza did not have the power to escape from that door. She continued to look in amazement. The man with the rail came and stood near their door. The person's face could not be understood due to the darkness. Now the man extended his long hand and started knocking on the door and said, "Open, open this door." Liza fainted on hearing that strange look and those words. The next morning, when Liza regains consciousness, she finds herself in bed. She tells her parents about the night's ghostly events. However, her parents convinced her that she had actually had a nightmare. She was lying unconscious at the door, but her parents made no comment about it.